Wagwan people, it's been a while. Rush. I've been meaning to make this video, but I've been thinking a lot of late, and I've been in my own little shell. That's probably why you haven't heard me on the radio for a while too. Been doing a little bit of traveling and creating Rush 3.0. You soon see what that's all about. But in the meantime, I've been meaning to make this video for a long time. But today is the day on my Saturday. Got a little extra free time and I have no excuse. So everywhere I go, somebody else stops me and say, "Yo, Rush, respect for the thoughts." And I feel maybe it's something I haven't been doing enough of late. So today, what I really been meaning to say to people is something I've come to the realization from what they are. Life is suffering. What do you mean by that? I don't mean it's only suffering. Life is joy too. But life is also suffering. You cannot escape suffering. You can't get through it. People think that life is just about finding joy, but you cannot escape suffering. The problem is that you're either going to pick short-term suffering or you're going to pick long-term suffering. But you only have a choice. Is which suffering are you going to pick? But you can't escape suffering. Now, what do I mean by that? It's either you're going to suffer through meals that might not taste as good as a donut, or you're going to suffer through having a big belly and feeling sick. It's either you're going to suffer through the stress, the hard work, the discipline of working out, exercising, jogging, lifting weights, being active, or you're going to suffer being sick. It's either one, but you can't escape both. You're going to have to exercise or you're going to be sick. It's either you're going to suffer not enjoying yourself today or enjoying yourself later. Pick one. I mean, it might be easier today to get up on your Saturday and say, today I'm going to play bare video games and I'm just going to watch Netflix, or I'm going to lie down and do nothing today. You can do that. That's picking long-term suffering, because at the end of the day, you're going to have a great day today, but you're going to suffer in the long run because there's somebody out there that is going to take the day and they're going to do work. They're going to grind. And that's the second thing that I really want to get to, is that almost everything you want in life, almost everything, I'm sure there's something that might slip me, but it's almost everything you want in life has to come from somebody else. Now, what do I mean by that? If you want money, somebody has to give you money. Somebody has to decide that what you are going to give them is more than the money they want to keep for themselves. The only way they're going to part with money is if what you're giving them is valued more than the money. You want a relationship. Well, that person is going to have a choice, and they're going to decide that I'm going to give you my time, my association, my company, but they have to want to, right? Everything you want comes from somebody else. No matter what it is. You want a job. There's somebody has to give you the job. Even if you're self-employed, somebody has to decide that I'm going to hire you. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, every single person has a choice. What to do with their money, who to spend them time with, if they want to be in a relationship with you, if they want to stay in a relationship with you. Everybody has choices, just like you. And everybody's going to pick the best option. Everybody. There's nobody that's going to settle if they feel like they have a better option. That's just the way it works, the way it works, the way the world works. And at the end of the day, everything is a competition as far as I'm concerned. So that person that you want, that girl you want, or ladies, that man where you want, you're not the only person that wants that person. That hot girl that you look upon and say, "Yeah, mama, I want that girl." You're not the only person that wants that girl. It's a competition for who she decides or who he decides he wants. The boss that's going to hire somebody, it's a competition for who decides or who gets the job. You know what I'm saying? You have a product to sell. Well, there's somebody else that's selling a product that might be similar or not similar. But at the end of the day, it's a competition about who that person that has the money is going to spend it with. You get what I say? And it all comes down to the best option. And I keep on saying we get what we deserve. And what I mean by that is that everybody is fair in what they pick. They pick the best for them. They pick what's best with their money, their time, etc. And at the end of the day, it comes down to you got to make yourself the best option, and you have to suffer. People pick the long-term suffering by accident, by blindness, by saying, "Oh, I'm going to pick what's nice in front of me today. I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like working out today. I don't feel like eating the nice food. I want to eat the junk. I want to have some liquor today. I want to waste my day playing video games." But what you're doing is you're guaranteeing that the long-term suffering is going to be yours. And I guarantee that the long-term suffering is way worse than the short-term suffering. And life is a competition. You got to be better than the other person. In every respect, you have to outcompete somebody. There's nothing that's just given to you. It's nothing that you just manifest and it comes to you. Even if you don't feel like it. You know, people out there, I had a conversation a while ago, people out there are thinking that you can manifest what you want into your life. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that what you think or what you feel or what you focus on is going to come to you. It's simply about the work. And I'm going to use a gym analogy, which is one of my favorite analogies, because if I don't feel like going to the gym, but I lift the weights, I'm going to get the muscle, I'm going to work out, I'm going to get the development of my body. I don't have to enter the mood, I don't have to be made for the gym, I don't have to feel like doing it. You just have to do the work. I mean, think of the greatest boxer, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was Mike Tyson not because he was born to be Mike Tyson. That man's life was horrible up to the point when he decided to be a boxer. But he spent 5 years, no sex, no woman in his life, worked out harder than anybody else, and became the greatest ever. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali is the only other person you could say is the greatest ever in terms of boxing. And Muhammad Ali said, I hated every minute of training. Every minute. He said it. Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest human beings ever to ever live, as far as I'm concerned, said he hated every minute of training. But he said, suffer now and live the rest of my life as a champion. You know what I'm saying? Think about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, as far as I'm concerned. You might say Kobe, you might say Michael Jordan, but the principle remains the same. Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Jordan never make it to his high school basketball team. Jordan never born for that. Jordan wasn't made, it wasn't his destiny, he didn't manifest it. He worked. He never make it to his high school basketball team, but he outworked everybody else and became the greatest ever. Look upon Usain Bolt, the greatest athlete that I respect to the ground. Usain Bolt, you can go online, look how many races he lost in the Olympics too. Him bad, him reach the Olympics and him lose. No people would have said, oh, you know what, I made it to the Olympics, I did it. You know, I came whatever place. Nah, he put in the work. Asafa Powell wasn't the fastest of him brothers. It's a bunch of Powell brothers. You remember Donovan Powell? Dominating boys champs. But Asafa Powell, I'm not going to say he put in more work, but he worked in a way that made him successful. He wasn't born the fastest out of him brothers. You understand? You got to be able to say, even forget about manifestation and your destiny and what you feel like and what you're bringing into your life by the law of attraction. Put in the work. It doesn't matter if you feel like it. Put in the work. You will get the result. That's all I'm really getting at. The only way manifestation and believing in yourself counts is when you don't feel like doing it and you're tired and you can decide, say, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. If you believe in what you're doing, you're going to do it anyway. And the person that doesn't believe in what they're doing is not going to outwork the person that believes in what they're doing. It doesn't matter. As long as you do the work, you're going to get the result. But to outperform the other person that is your competition for the same prize, you are going to have a better chance of doing it if you believe in what you're doing. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in the goal is attainable, that's the only way self-belief comes in. But at the end of the day, you just have to do the work. And you have to outwork the other dude. You can't say, well, I did some work today. Yeah, was that more than the other person did? And at the end of the day, unless you're winning right now, you have to do more work than the person is in front of you. If I'm trying to catch Usain Bolt in a race and him get the button before me, I can't run the same speed as him. I have to run faster than him. I have to catch him and then pass him, close the gap. So my work have to double and triple. So if right now you're not where you want to be, you don't have the girl you want in your life, or ladies, you don't have the man what you want, or you're not making the money you want, somebody else is. But guess what going on now? They probably got to that position by working hard. So you have to not only do work, but you have to outwork them. If they put 3 hours of work in today, you got to put 5, depending on how far behind you are. You got to catch that gap up. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it comes down to sacrificing the short-term comfort for the long-term goal. That is the key. That is the key. Life is suffering, but you pick your sufferation. You pick the immediate comfort, and then you suffer down the road. You pick the junk food, you might not see your grandkids. You might not be able to see your kids grow up because you might die of sickness. You're not going to be healthy. You're not going to be able to run up and down with your grandkids or enjoy it because you're going to be in bed living on pills. You know what I mean? So that's really what I want to get at today, people. It's like you get what you deserve, meaning like, you know, you get the best option depending upon the work that you put in. And you have to earn it. You have to bleed for it. You have to fight for it. There ain't no peaceful journey. It's going to be suffering. It's either going to be the short-term suffering or the long-term suffering. And once again, I guarantee you the long-term suffering is worse. It's worse. Especially when you incorporate regret. Because you don't want to be on your deathbed and be like, boy, you know, say, I coulda did, shoulda did. Me no want to know when I'm on my deathbed, I say, I do everything. Me no care what nobody wants to. I'm not worried about people laughing at me. Yo, everybody laugh at me when I go up on the radio. That's okay, because I did it. And I proved myself in the long run. I have a song with Vibes Cartel right now. Big up myself. How much people can say them do that? Mataran, I remember Tony Mataran said, yo, at the end of the day, how much selector can say them close thing? Big up Mataran, greatest selector all time. You know what I mean? You don't want to live and then you're up on your deathbed and say, boy, you know, say, 1 year from now is going to come anyway. Next year, December or whatever, is going to come regardless. Who do you want to be next year, December? It's going to come. Do you want to be the same person you are right now, or you want to be living your dreams? The only difference is reverse engineering it. If you want to be that person a year from now, then what does it take to be that person? If you're tired of being overweight, if you're tired of being broke, if 1 year from now you want to be somebody different, then reverse engineer. What do you got to do to get to that spot 1 year from now? Because 1 year from now, you don't want to be there and be like, oh man, Jano, you know, say, if you want to lose weight and you can't lose weight in 3-4 months, then it's you. If you broke, then why aren't you learning something? If you don't like the way you look physically, then you should be the biggest expert on health, not me. You shouldn't be coming to me to ask me about anything. You should know everything. It's on you. Either you pick the short-term comfort and you suffer another longer. That's really all I'm getting at. Been meaning to say it, but as I say, me there I focus myself and I aim the bow and arrow. Because when I let go, I want to know which direction me I aim. So that's where I'm at right now. But big up on yourself. Hope y'all understand and get what I'm saying. Always one love. You don't know. Get what we deserve. Know thyself. Bless up. One love. Why rush?